Hello everybody, welcome here to Las Vegas Motor Speedway with me, Hawklerd Racing Group. We're running here, this is my out lap. I'm here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway working on my out lap, driving the Cup car here at Charlotte. No, not Charlotte, here at Las Vegas. I've won a couple races at Charlotte, just so you know, in the Carb Cup. I haven't won lately. I might not win ever again, but you know that's just so you know my experience. I've ran, you know, a couple 400. I usually ran like 100 lap sessions at Charlotte in the AI race system, and I'm just running here at Las Vegas. I'm trying to get some laps in. I might do a race later, but I'm just gonna get some practice in, get comfortable with the car and the track. That way, when we're in the race, it's second nature. So let's go ahead and get driving. Oop. So I am running right now about a lane up. I'm swinging out the wall there off of 4. These cars have these giant spoilers on them, so that they got a lot of grip in the corners. Apparently, these cars have like 0 horsepower, so it's just kind of worthless almost. Just they've run out of horsepower now, but they're good at drafting. They're drafters now with this lack of horsepower. Now I just got real loose there, too much throttle. But yeah, these cars they're low on power and they have a tapered spacer plate, so we're saving on fuel. We're going green now, but they have these giant spoilers, which don't run that well, which don't for saving fuel, but. You know, if you can get in the draft, you can be real aerodynamic with the cars. I remember at Michigan, the big deal was the aerodynamics of the cars. It was a big factor in how fast they would go. These bodies, it's a big important factor here. It tracks this fast. Is whoever has the best aerodynamics, setup is usually the guy who wins. They got to go in the wind tunnel and get these things figured out. Especially here and at Michigan, where they're running about 210. At least they were. And then here it's a big factor too. You could take a similar, issue, but we're not going so fast. So it's not that big of an issue. We're not really caking the speeds like they were. But this track is pretty fast. You got to work on the body, go into the wind tunnel and figure this thing out here. But I'm gonna run here for a while. I'm just gonna, the team put together this car. They built it, So we brought it here to Las Vegas virtually. Now we're running it. We got a good body on it, so just running my car. We'll see if we hold on to the car, what we do with it. If it becomes my favorite car, I want to put it in my museum after I'm done racing or whatnot. But it's running out here on the outside line pretty good. Got all the suspension pieces in it. But the only thing that really changes in NASCAR are the bodies and the aerodynamics of these cars. All the chassis, the suspensions are the same as they have been for long. All right, welcome back here. Sorry, sorry about the background noise. We're back here at Las Vegas. Sorry about that background. I had to cut a little piece out there in the corner. We're back here riding around. It's just like the highlights, at on NASCAR, NBC Sports. But I just want to get some videos up for everyone, just some content, just so that we know, just here at Las Vegas, at all the different tracks. So we have some iRacing videos. But it's kind of like a race where we're just running the car here, running it pretty good. Almost got loose there off of 4, but it's really weird to run pretty wide up there. So. There's a lot. These guys are usually like to run really high, off. You guys like to run high here. I like to run really high off the corner. Bumpers are pretty tough, so I mean, it didn't really matter too much. So I'm just here You know, the only way you get what I really want to do is get a real big feel for my car. And when you're around, you know, other people, they just don't have a feel for the car like, you know, you do when you're driving. That's the big thing. So it's important to just get in the car, run a lot of laps. But people really hate it that I spend a lot of laps. You know, whenever I spend a lot of laps, you know, getting a feel for a car like this, at a track like this, you know, it really pisses everyone off. But you know, I like it. Oh, did I hit that guy right there? I almost hit that car, but I felt the aerodynamics of that guy right there, you know, mess with my left front. But I'm gonna see if we hit him or not. But you know, that's the big thing that people hate is when you put in a lot of laps at a track, get to know it, be real fast. But I just really want to run a lot, and I want to drive fast and get real good at these tracks. But at Charlotte, I used to just motor and run the bottom, and I used to be real fast. But I used to get around there in a hurry. I felt like, but now I'm just going to run wide open out here on the outside line. I really wasn't racing for a little bit. I was just kind of really running, trying to keep the car safe. But now that we practically wrecked a couple times, I'm just going to start seeing if I can race everyone here. It's going real hard. I'm going to see if I can pack the car in the corner, drive as fast as I can now. Run wide. Now I'm really running as hard as I can. This right person is real slow. This 33 car. I'm really pushing it now. Now we're really moving. I had to go in a different state of mind now that we're at, you know, just now that we're driving as fast as possible here. These cars get off the corners real slow, not real slow, but you know they struggle in the center. With this aero package, you know they get off the corners really well. They turn real good off, but you have to get through the corner. That's what you have to do. And that's about it. So now we're running real fast. You know, I hate really running really hard because, you know, it wears out the car, but it's just a lot of work. You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm getting better. You know, I'm getting a feel for running the car. That's what's real important, getting a good feel for it. You know, getting the understanding of how it turns and stuff and keeping it in one piece. But if you can run as hard as you can, you know, you get a little bit of practice. You might as well go into a carb cup race or something. See, you can beat it. You can win at something, you know. But I kind of like this. But I remember one of my first races I ever won was a street stock race in Iracing. I put in about 20 laps of practice, and that's what really helped me. I needed just even 10 laps can help you out. 10, 20 laps is a lot of times around a track, and that can help you get a good feel for the car and the track. So that's kind of what we're doing here. We put in about, you know, every lap can help you out a ton. Well, I can't, my eyes are just doing something weird. Can help you out a ton, but you know, I want to put in a lot of laps and get really good, you know. Just a couple, even getting one lap at a track as simple as this can really help you get a feel for the track, you know, and the car together. Just let you know what's up and what's where and how it handles here, what does this, what does that. You know, and then if you translate that into, you know, 10 laps, it's a lot of good practice. And then from there, 20, 30, 40, you and in your mind, it starts turning into basically just pedal down and pistons moving, you know, just blaring, you know, 8,000 RPM just rolling in your mind, and that sound of that engine is just there. There's a lot of air, sound effects that they have in this car that you really can't hear, and I think that's mostly they got the air ducts with this aero package that's really messing with you. That sounds really futuristic, really cool, really modern of NASCAR. They're real slow and real professional with their their drag ducts they have on these things. I hate the drag ducts because they don't really do anything, but they're really worthless. What I wish that they would do, they would have something that Not that they have something that creates more downforce. I think the drag ducts might create more downforce or not, but it creates lift and it creates